I want to explain to you what adaptations happen in your body whenever you diet and why your metabolism slows down and makes losing weight so difficult. A lot of you have experienced this before. When you start dieting, you're eating less and you lose some weight. But at some point, your weight loss starts to slow down and eventually stops. This is called metabolic adaptation. Now, when you lose weight, your metabolism is going to slow down a little bit purely because you've lost weight. You're not carrying around as much body weight, and your body doesn't have to work as hard to keep you standing up or moving around all day. But what happens a lot of the time is your metabolism slows down way more than what it should, just based on the amount of body weight you've lost. Some studies have shown your metabolic rate can decrease by up to 30% whenever you're dieting. When we look at why this is, first you need to understand one thing. Your body's primary function is survival, and dieting is essentially controlled starvation. So the amount of calories you burn in a day is called your total daily energy expenditure. In terms of calories in versus calories out, total daily energy expenditure is your calories out. Calories in is the amount of energy you consume from your food each day. When you're dieting, you create an energy gap, where your input is less than your output, so you burn more calories than you take in. Your total daily energy expenditure, or calories out, is made up of 4 factors. Your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, NEAT, which is your non-exercise activity thermogenesis, TEF, which is your thermic effect of food, and EAT, which is your exercise activity thermogenesis. All these 4 together make up the energy your body uses in a day. Your BMR is the amount of energy it takes for your body to keep working, for all of your systems and organs and all of the amazing things that go on inside of your body. Basically, it's the energy it takes to keep the lights on and just exist. It uses up about 60% of your total daily energy expenditure, so it's quite a large quantity of it. Then you have NEAT, your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. When we say non-exercise, we mean all of the little movements throughout the day which use energy but aren't classed as exercise. Things like fidgeting or walking around, doing your housework or going shopping. So pretty much everything you do throughout your day. Thermic effect of food, TEF, is the amount of energy your body uses to digest and use the nutrients from your food. And then lastly is your exercise activity thermogenesis, EAT. And this is the amount of energy your body uses while you're at the gym or out running or whatever your preferred method of exercise is. So how does dieting affect all of these 4 components? Well, they actually lower them all. When you're dieting and taking in less energy, your body recognizes this energy gap and makes your body systems more efficient. We usually consider the word efficient as a good thing, but when it comes to trying to lose weight, it's not quite. If you imagine your body is a car and your fat stores a full tank of petrol, you're trying to burn through that tank of petrol. You wouldn't want a fuel efficient car because it would just take too long to burn through it all. Same goes for your body. Efficiency is great for survival because you can ward off a famine or you can survive an illness, but it makes it harder when you're trying to burn fat. With non-exercise activity thermogenesis, NEAT, you will subconsciously move less. You'll not fidget as much, or you'll sit down more instead of standing. In some cases, people even blink less. Thermic effect of food, TEF, goes down simply because you're eating less food. So it takes less energy and to use less food. When it comes to exercise activity thermogenesis, EAT, you'll be more tired with a lower calorie intake. You might feel a little bit like, oh, I just could not be bothered working out today. Or if you do exercise, you might fatigue quicker. These are just ways of your body is discouraging you from using energy to try to lower your energy expenditure and balance out the energy in versus energy out scales. So all of this together is why when someone starts out on a diet of 1,500 calories a day, they could be losing a couple of pounds a week, and then all of a sudden they're not losing anything even though they're sticking to the diet. All of this happens during your metabolic adaptation. It's your body's way of defending you from starving to death. It doesn't understand that you actually just want to fit into that pair of jeans. The problem is now, because your body has lowered its metabolic rate so much to become energy efficient and save you from starving to death, now whenever you stop dieting and increase your food intake, you've created this energy surplus. So you're taking in more energy than you're burning, and as a result, you pile back on the weight. So when you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. You're eating lower calories and not losing weight. So do you lower your calories more, but your body will adapt again and make the situation worse? Or do you stop dieting and put back on the weight you've worked so hard to lose? Well, I've created a Metabolic Repair Program in which I can teach you all about your metabolism. I'll tell you how it works, how to work out what your optimal BMR is, how to find out what your BMR is operating at the moment, what macronutrients are and what's the minimum amount you should be consuming in a day, and most importantly, how to repair your body's metabolic rate without piling on excessive amounts of fat or putting your body under stress. If you find the maths and the numbers of figuring out what your BMR should be hard to wrap your head around, don't worry, because I'll be standing by to do all of the geeky maths for you and just lay it out in simple terms. And at the end of the program, it will leave you in the best possible state to continue your weight loss journey.